This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com, featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. KFI AM 640, it is The Conway Show. All right, very good. It feels like we're getting into summer. All the rain is gone. It's warm outside. It feels like people are, getting close to the end of school year. You see graduation starting to happen. You see graduation gifts in stores. Mother's Day's over. Father's Day's coming up. We have Memorial Day this weekend. So it does feel like we're turning a corner from a really horrible winter that a lot of people suffered here in Southern California. The fires, the floods, the economies in the toilet, the crime. We really had a really tough winter. And so that's it. But what we're going to continue to do, even during the summer, is the News Whip. Ding dong with it. Yes. Go back through it.
News Whip. This is the 505 News Whip.
All right, we stop the show every day at 5 o'clock to figure out what the hell's going on out there that we're sort of unaware of, or at least I'm unaware of. And we start with Bellio today. What's happening in the world?
Well, California home prices hit a new record high, according to the latest data from the California Association of Realtors. In April, the median price for a single-family home statewide rose to $910,000. Wow. That's nearly 3% higher than in March and just slightly above where it stood in April of 2024. Experts say the modest year-over-year increase is due in part to high interest rates, which are keeping some buyers on the sidelines. Also noted was a slowdown in the luxury market driven by economic uncertainty. The Bay Area remains the priciest with a median home price of $1.4 million, followed by Central Coast at $1.1 million and SoCal at $887,000. The most affordable homes can be found far north with a median price of $380,000.
Who's got that kind of money?
Not me.
To spend $1.4 million on a starter home.
Where do they get their money?
I don't know. I guess stock market, inheritance. I don't know, man. But there's a lot of money out there. Every time you go to like a concert, it's packed. And people are spending $4,000 to sit up front. So there's money out there. Crozier, what's going on in the world that we don't know about?
Well, pretty related to what Sharon just talked about. Spain is fighting Airbnb. Spain's Consumer Rights Ministry has ordered Airbnb to remove more than 65,000 listings in the country. Spain has been ticked off. They've been talking about over-tourism and a growing housing crisis. Spain says Airbnb was violating their short-term rental rules. They were doing things like using fake license numbers for the properties or not saying if a property was owned by a person or a company. Airbnb says it's appealing the decision and a shortage of housing is not its fault. Many European countries have been dealing with rising rents, housing shortages, and increasing anti-tourism protests as holiday rental licenses have also increased. That's what we've been talking about this for a while because, part of it is the companies and private equities, they're all buying up homes now.
Right.
And I think I saw something that was just last year, like 30 to 40% of home sales are now going to private equity and companies, not people.
And those are all cash deals.
And they're just sitting on them, either waiting for them to rise or they're trying to rent them out like Airbnb.
And I also heard that the hotel companies, the big hotel companies in Spain, are behind this suit and behind this movement.
Oh, sure. If they can knock down an Airbnb,
because those Airbnb commercials are pretty effective. It comes on TV. I see them a lot on my television set. Where I'm looking at my television and they say, oh, you're traveling with your family and there's 9 different hotel rooms. But at night, you guys are all separate. Why not get one big room, house and all be together? I'm like, that's a cool idea.
Exotic locations, unique sort of places to stay, all that stuff. They definitely, and they've changed a lot of their working model. They're moving towards the real estate aspect of things where they're getting the properties.
Yeah, but thank God for the internet, because when I was growing up, the only pictures I ever saw of Fiji or faraway places, Spain, France, Africa, Europe, Asia, wherever, you only saw them in a brochure, or you saw footage of it maybe on TV on a travel show on Sunday every once in a while. But now with the internet, you can literally go to anywhere in the world in a second.
I was looking just last night at the Jamestown settlement in Virginia, the first settlement for us to come into America. It was the first town, and how they're doing a whole dig into digging out into the ground and archaeological digs and all this stuff in Jamestown, which I never would have seen prior to that.
Right, and then when you go to see that, you're already familiar with it because of what you've seen on the internet.
Absolutely. To me, it doesn't take away from actually going there, but it helps increase what it is to know that you're looking at.
I said to my daughter when she was younger, I said, my goal, I'd love to take a real look inside every house in the world. I like looking at houses. Yeah. And she goes, you better get started. You got to get rolling. So far, you've seen like 8.
Jen and I look for open houses every weekend.
Is that right?
Yes.
And you go in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And do they attack you? The realtors attack you?
No. They're usually pretty good because, for one thing, anything around Claremont, it's a high value, so they know they don't have to sell you into buying anything.
Oh, okay.
They know they'll get it.
And what do you tell them? That you're looking for the house, or you're looking to move? Or
a lot of times, we tell them it's like, we're always looking to kind of downsize. We're getting kids out of the house, and we don't maybe not necessarily right now, but we're definitely doing research.
Yeah, I like walking around an open house and seeing the dance that like desperate buyers are like, oh, you see that couple over there? They're definitely gonna make an offer. Yeah. We got to make an offer today if we want this place. And there's like a fight going on in there. All right, Angel, what's happening in the world, baby?
So the Trust for Public Land has released its 2025 National Park Score Index.
Wow.
And the city of Irvine has once again been recognized for its outstanding park system, ranking 2nd in the nation and 1st in California.
Wait, the best parks are in Irvine?
Second best parks in the country are in Irvine, first best in California.
Wow.
Yeah. The park score is recognized as the national gold standard comparison of park systems across the 100 most populated cities in the U.S. And the index found that 94% of Irvine residents live within a half-mile walk of a park. Now, the city of Irvine continues to fortify its park system with the ongoing construction of the Great Park, and that's the largest municipal park under development in the nation.
Yeah, they're putting $1 billion into that park. $1 billion. Mm-hmm. The city of Los Angeles is $1 billion in debt, at least.
Wow.
So the money is all in Orange County. The money has been robbed. It's been taken from L.A., and it all has moved to Orange County. You guys have all the money.
Do you know how many parks Irvine has?
No.
Thank you. 268.
And how many have you been to? 0.
One.
You've never been to the Great Park, right?
It's on my list.
How many years you been buzzing around Irvine? And I'm talking about like going down and seeing John and, hanging out.
Like 12.
12 years.
Yeah.
And you can see the Great Park from your window.
Sure can.
And you've never been there?
Nope.
God almighty.
It's not finished yet.
it's still pretty good.
When they get everything together, I'll head on over.
You'll take a look-see over there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't want to get in their way.
God. All right. Steph Oosh, you're bringing up the rear here. What's going on, dude?
So It's so funny because I just had some last night, but you know corn nuts, right?
Oh, I love them.
Corn nuts. So they launched a new partially popped like style of what they have.
Really? Like an air popped?
Kind of, yeah, like it's like almost there because obviously they're corn.
Right.
So the Hormel Foods own brand Corn Nuts is expanding its product range with the launch of a new line of partially popped corn kernel snacks. The brand's first departure from its signature fully crunched corn kernels. The line debuts with 3 flavors: white cheddar, movie theater butter, yes please, and kickin' cheddar, and the latter adding a spicy element to the range.
Oh, yeah. I saw that on the internet. They're selling the popped, what are they called? Popped corn nuts.
Yeah.
Air popped corn nuts.
Partially popped.
Yeah, their slogan is less ouch when passed.
Yeah.
Ew.
Is it true? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Corn nuts. Oh, I love corn nuts. But man, they're really tough on you. You know, they're tough on your teeth. They're tough on your system. They don't break down.
You can hear someone eating them like two doors away.
Oh, yeah. And you can hear someone passing them 2 doors away.
And
Yeah.
Conway, if you're prone to diverticulitis,
Yeah.
you should stay away from
Stay away from the corn nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. All right. All right, that's great. That's the News Whip every single day at 5:05.
You know, there's a new sort of like corn nut out there that I saw at Costco called, I think it's called like crunchy corn.
Really?
They sell them in small little, single serves, and they are they're not as hard as corn
I think
nuts.
that's what this is. Yeah.
They're already chewed.
So what do they do with them? They just popped them?
They're in between like they're just a lot less crunchy than a corn nut. I mean, I eat them all the time. I definitely got a box. They had the display set up in there in the store a couple weeks ago.
No, that's kind of cool. All right. I think that's what Stefouche was banging out
Is it
here.
called crunchy corn?
Is it called crunchy corn?
They're partially popped corn.
Partially popped corn nuts?
Corn nuts.
Partially popped corn nuts.
Yeah, these are just corn, oil, and sea salt. So
Really?
yeah, they're
At Costco?
phenomenal. Yeah,
I might have to go today and just
they do
deal.
have different flavors. Oh yeah, dude.
Just deal with the
Crunchy corn.
diverticulitis. Ahoy. All right, that's great. That's the News Whip.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
Hey, the Queen Mary has a summer series going on for 2025. People like going to the Queen Mary. Kind of a cool hang right there in Long Beach. I always was fascinated by that ship as a kid. My mom and dad would take me on. I'd spend hours just looking around. I'm kind of a goofy kid. And just the history of that boat or that ship and just how big and beautiful it is. Well, they got this summer series coming up for 2025, and crews are preparing for all sorts of cool events there at the Queen Mary. And so get on down to the Queen Mary.
It's a beautiful ship. It's so majestic here at the Queen Mary.
That's
and
right.
There's so much to do, so much to see. I am here with Dylan Madison, and we're at the bow of the ship, by the way. And you're the director of experiences. We're talking about a lot of experiences coming up, like margaritas on the Mary, right?
Woo! That's right. We've got a whole summer full of activities. It's going to be a blast. Margaritas on the Mary every Friday, June, July, and August is free admission from 4 to 7. We've got a steel drummer out here. We have a taco bar. We have margaritas.
Wow.
We then have, of course, our 4th of July celebration, which is dancing through the decades.
Oh, yeah.
Every room on the ship will be a different decade to explore with different music that matches it. And then we've got our movie night markets that are coming up, starting with Friday the 13th next month. It's going to be a blast. This one has a spooky flair. And over here, you're seeing our ultimate movie package. So this is what you can upgrade to and enjoy the movie.
I love that. And we see that Theodore here is enjoying all that you can enjoy. I am here with Captain James. And if you've been watching us Good Day LA at the Queen Mary, then you know Captain James by now. If you can talk about just how fun it is to have these summer experiences here.
Kind of easy to be the captain of the Queen Mary, huh? You never go anywhere, You just walk around the ship. Never run into anything, never have any problems steering, just sits there.
Coco, we're just waiting on everyone to return for Community Day because, as Dylan has said, it's exciting. This is the iconic Queen Mary, and when you want to have fun, this is the place to be. So we look forward to everyone arriving here at the Queen Mary to celebrate Community Day on board the Queen Mary.
Yeah, the Queen Mary, man. Get out there before they steal that from us and move it up to Seattle or, somewhere else. Like they did the Spruce Goose. What was up? And
didn't you and Jen see a ghost or
yeah,
or something like that?
We stayed on they had Halloween haunt that we used to do over at KLSX, and we slept on the ship. And like at 3:30 in the morning, Jen wakes me up and she goes, "Hey, there's a kid in the corner in a sailor's outfit." And I look over and I didn't see it, but the curtain moved, and she was up. She was up until the sun came up. She put the lights on. She was reading. I tried to sleep. She stayed awake. So we went to check out at 10 o'clock or so, and who am I kidding? Like noon. And we went up to the desk. We said, "Hey, we need to check out of room 845 or whatever it was." And I said, "Hey, can I ask you something about that room?" And she goes, "You don't even have to ask." She said, "Did you or your wife see the kid in the sailor's outfit doing a timeout?" I'm like, "Yes, my wife saw it." And she said, "Yes, evidently a kid died on the Queen Mary, and he was in a sailor's outfit, and they see him in that room all the time. Sometimes he's doing like a timeout where he's just staring at the drapes." But it was weird that woman knew the history of that room, and several people have reported that they see that little kid in that room. I said, "Oh, that's kind of a cool deal. We won't be coming back, but it was a cool deal." Because my wife flips out over stuff like that. But I, on the other hand, thought it was cool. It was cool to have a ghost. That boat, that ship is haunted. And I think that's the attraction for a lot of people. Yeah, people like that. All right, we have that motorcycle pursuit. I don't know if anybody saw that today. I got a lot of texts. I appreciate all the texts that I get from the big pursuits.
Well, a suspect riding a possibly stolen motorcycle leads police and the CHP on a wild chase. It began in La Cañada, Flint Ridge. The motorcycle sped on streets and freeways, running red lights, riding on the wrong side, cutting off vehicles. The chase extended from Glendale to Pasadena and finally in downtown LA before the bike rode into an apartment complex underground parking structure off Figueroa and Sunset. Authorities eventually suspending the search with no custody of that suspect.
Yeah, that's the new move where, you run away from the cops, you get into a mall or a big apartment building, you ditch the motorcycle to the car, and you're good to go. It's a new move, a fairly new move for these guys. And it happens to work sometimes. I mean, I wouldn't, rely on it 100%, but it does work sometimes. Ellen Leyva, we talked about that before, is retiring from ABC 7. She gave her notice a couple months ago, I think a month ago, and is giving up news over there at Channel 7. She's great. Ellen Leyva, moving on.
We are, of course, celebrating Ellen Leyva today as she retires. Ellen was a longtime anchor here on Eyewitness News at 3 p.m., and we have had so much fun during the years. She's anchoring her final newscasts this afternoon at 4 and 6 p.m.
Oh, she got to watch that at 6 p.m. We should tape that, Bellio. See if she gets all emotional at the end of that.
We are so looking...
And then make fun of her, goof on her, right?
No.
We are so looking forward to that. And joining us now is Ellen Leyva.
Ellen Leyva. Man, she's been a huge part of my life, for the last 20, 30 years. However long she's been on, I've been looking at Ellen Leyva.
Congratulations. So well deserved. I'm going to give you the floor in a moment. For me specifically, working alongside you from time to time over the past decade has been a true honor.
Aww.
So welcoming.
That'd been great if he said difficult. Like working for you, working alongside you from time, the last 30 years has been, somewhat difficult, but I'm going to miss you.
Typically, working alongside you from time to time over the past decade has been a true honor. Aww. So welcoming, so humble, kind, and funny.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure to work with you, too. And I'm so glad that you took over the 3. I love you, two, as a pair. It's great.
No.
It's perfect.
There's no replacing the one and only Ellen Leyva. But you know what I have to say? When I first started, Ellen was like the first person I would come into work early. I was commuting a long distance, and I go into the makeup room. We had the best conversations, and I remember thinking, this is going to be my new BFF. And it truly is true.
Your girlfriends.
I'm having just a hard day, but I'm so excited for you.
Well, you make me laugh. I mean, that's one thing. We do laugh, and we became instant friends. And people are you really friends in person? Yeah, we actually.
I'll test that. During commercial breaks, these two just are going on, trying to get a word in edgewise. And it's like, it's great to thank you for kind of letting me be part of it, too. You are truly amazing. Always was, and just being so open and kind to all of us. And
Thank you. Thank you so much. And Danny, you're always optimistic. You're always positive. It's infectious. And it really helps bring the team together because your enthusiasm.
And back to you. You don't like the spotlight.
No, I don't.
So how does it feel?
It feels very surreal. I'm just I woke up going, wait, this is my last day. And it's funny because you would think I'd want to be a center of attention. I'm on TV, that sort of thing. No, it's not the case.
Yeah.
I like
once the lights are off, you're
just sliding.
Yeah. You know, like when we started the 3 p.m. show, making very unique, the three of us doing that, it was just such a fun experience.
So
and just the
fun.
perfect person to have that, right?
Who knew, though, Ellen was like arachnophobic. Remember? She had the bug. She couldn't even touch it. Who knew she was...
What's the traffic noise in the background? Were they doing this interview on an overpass? On like the the receipt overpass of the 101?
Remember? She had the bug. She couldn't even touch it. Who knew she was gonna like squirm whenever reptile came on? So it was great because it was the yin and yang.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember the one time you're gonna get your heart rate tested, and then you're like, no, I don't think I feel like. And then the person comes over. I said, why? And she goes, because I kind of have like that white coat thing. I thought, I don't even know what you're talking about. I learned about so many things with Ellen.
That's so funny. Yeah, it was wonderful times. And that 3 o'clock show has always been a fun show.
Yeah.
You know, we were really lucky to get to do that.
Yeah. We'll continue.
And I appreciate you all so much. And thank you so much for making me feel loved.
That's it. Ellen Leyva. How many years, Belia? Has it been 30? 30 years of Ellen Leyva?
I think so.
She's great.
She's going to come visit us in
Is that
studio
right?
one night.
Woo!
Yeah. So that'll be fun.
That'll be great. That'll be cool. I can't wait. What is she going to do? Where's she going to go? Do we know?
I think isn't she going to stay doing like a show or something?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that much about it. But so I guess Colleen Williams is the last of the the 30-year plus anchors. All going away. Horrible. I enjoyed all of them. All right, we're live on KFI AM 640. There's some kind of protest going on, rally of remembrance of George Floyd downtown Los Angeles. So if you're running into traffic, there's people gathering in downtown LA.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
KFI AM 640. It is the Conway Show. And we are moving on with the big program here. All right, Westwood, beautiful place to hang, but they're frustrated in Westwood. Rich people, they get frustrated pretty quickly because they spend a lot of money on taxes. If you have a $10 million home, you're probably spending $125,000 a year just in property tax, and you want services if you're going to spend that kind of dough. You don't want your whole town to go to crap.
Public profanity, urination, growing piles of garbage and debris, drugs, girls, squatters, and squalor, and an endless stream of troublemakers and intruders leaping over fences, breaking into the same home, coming and going at all hours of the day and night.
It sounds like a nightmare. And where is this? In Orange County?
Why did he mention all bad things and put girls in there.
Yeah, I don't know. That is odd that he mentioned girls.
I thought too.
Yeah.
Like,
Drugs, girls.
Yeah, girls.
Girls.
Yeah, I don't know. Ladies.
Girls, squatters, and squalor.
And maybe girl squatters? Is that what he's trying to say?
Girls, squatters.
Man, he would have to say girl squatters. Let me see if I can help him out here. Edit this a little. All right, here we go.
And debris. Drugs, girls, squatters, and squalor. And an endless stream of troublemakers and intruders leaping over fences, breaking into the same home, coming and going at all hours of the day and night.
These are $5 million homes, and they can't get a break.
This is life in an otherwise pleasant, upscale, family-filled neighborhood in Westwood, tucked above Santa Monica Boulevard, across from the Westfield Century City Mall. We're told the homeowners are an older brother and sister who are offensive, loud, and at the very least, unconventional.
They've been a menace to the
Unconventional.
And at the very least, unconventional?
Unconventional. Unconventional.
They've been a menace to the neighborhood for the whole time that we've lived here. But in the past 10 to 12 months, they are hoarders, and they've hoarded themselves out of their own home, and they have been living in their cars.
And everyone else has been living or squatting in their home.
These are $3 to $7 million homes, and they've filled it up with junk where they can't move around in the house anymore, so they have to sleep in their car.
Which their neighbors describe as a hell house.
Why are you back there?
I'm homeless. I live with.
It has completely blown up and disrupted everything. And there's drug paraphernalia all over the neighborhood. It's across the street from a school, a family dental building.
And you can't do anything about it. Can't do a thing about it.
And I even called Adult Protective Services to try to get them to help them. Sometimes in the winter months, their car's running through the night to provide them heat.
Neighbors are banding together, appealing to anyone who will listen, including police, city leaders, building and fire hazard inspectors, even the courts. But these homeowners are becoming more hopeless with the typical "our hands are tied" responses.
You know, in the old days, somebody would go there and just kick the crap out of them and straighten them out. And you can't do that nowadays. You just have to sort of deal with nuts in your neighborhood.
Well, we always knew them as the creepy neighbors when we were kids. But it was only the past few years when things started getting really serious.
They always say in LA, we've talked about this before, if you love your neighbors, never move in LA. Because, man, oh, man, there's some crazies out there. Crazy, crazy, crazy people. All right, LAUSD police, they're calling on the board to bring LAUSD police force back. I said that when they disband LAUSD police. I said they're going to be sorry they did this. They need more cops, not less. More on these campuses. We'll go back and talk about that. LAPD has got to bring back the LAUSD police force. Not the LAPD. The LAUSD has to bring back the LAUSD police force. Because kids are not behaving better than they were 30 years ago. Much worse nowadays. Much worse. They get away with murder, these kids nowadays. All right, we'll talk about that when we come back.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
When they took away the LAUSD police, I told you it's a bad idea. These kids on these campuses are not as well behaved as they were 20 or 30 years ago. You need these cops on campus. Now there's a group calling to reassemble the LAUSD cops, and they want to bring them back, and they want them tomorrow.
Talked to some of those parents here at LAUSD headquarters, and they are fuming. Those same parents addressing the school board here just a couple of hours ago. Here's more.
Good afternoon.
Oh, sorry.
I am here in support of school police. It is very necessary because it provides safety and surveillance.
Jessica Guzman speaking before the LA Unified School District Board, demanding the board bring back school police on campuses. Jessica, who recently graduated high school, says her last few years in school were scary without the presence of school police.
A lockdown, yeah, it was because there were some reports of like a shooting, and we thought
on the campus?
On campus, we thought there was an active shooter.
Calls to downsize or remove school police on public school campuses surged nationwide during protests over the police killing of George Floyd in 2020.
Except on this show, I never did that. I always said that the LAUSD should have their own police force. It should expand, not get smaller. Yep. Soothsayer, trendsetter, foreshadower. I guess that's what they what they called me back then.
Most parents in this district did not know that that was happening, that there was a movement to remove the school police because the schools were closed here in LA. That was during the pandemic.
On the heels of protests to defund school.
I disagree with this woman. The news of LAUSD losing their police force was pretty out there. We talked about it a lot here. It was in the papers every day. It was on the radio every day. It was on TV every day. Anybody who watched any kind of news back then, you were pretty aware that LAUSD was losing their cops.
On the heels of protests to defund school police, the LAUSD board approving a plan to cut the district's security force by a third. The board also scrapping $25 million from the school police budget, the largest amount ever defunded from a school police budget.
As a dedicated PTA leader and advocate, I conducted a district-wide survey.
Jenna Noyes has 2 kids in school in the district. Jenna telling the school board most parents in the survey, including herself, want police back on campus.
That's right, because these kids cannot behave today.
75% believe campus police have a role to play.
In the 2018-2019 school year, the LAUSD reported 2,315 incidents of fighting and physical aggression on school campuses. That number nearly doubling in the 2022-23 school year to 4,569.
4,569?
4,569.
We want the school board bring back the school police inside the campus because now we see so many arms, drugs, and violence inside the school.
We reached out to the superintendent's office. We reached out to the school board. Neither willing to make a comment regarding this issue.
All right. Well, we'll find out what's going to happen. This time of year, we always get people lighting off fireworks between now and July 4th. You'll hear it almost nightly. And then as we get closer to July 4th, you'll hear it hourly. People blowing off fireworks, huge fireworks, ones you'd see at a professional exhibit or a professional show. And it's happening again. It happens every single year. Everyone brings in a lot of fireworks into Los Angeles, and everyone that's lit off is a crime. You're committing a crime every time you light a firework off or a M80 or any of that stuff. They're all illegal.
Investigators have not released the name or age of that student who was arrested earlier today here at Valencia High School, but school just got out for the day. We spoke with several students off camera, and they said that they saw that individual being taken away in handcuffs earlier today. They said he is a minor. We're, of course, not identifying that person at this time since authorities have not released that information, but that person could be tied to an incident back on April 28th. A resident provided KTLA with this video. You see fireworks going off.
There we go.
That later sparked an explosion and brush fire behind some homes in Plum Canyon.
Happens all the time. It happened here in Burbank where the kids were, what's that apartment complex where all the actors on Barham live? You remember, it's where all the, the actors and actresses live there. It's a famous name for that apartment.
Didn't they change the name recently?
Yeah, right. Yeah, they changed it. And they just take the stink off the joint. Didn't help, but...
Oakwood.
Oakwood, yeah. Oakwood, yes, that's right, Bellio. Oakwood. And that's where all the, Hollywood wannabes are living. And so there was a couple of kids who were playing with fireworks in the back, and they burned up that entire hillside. It was, it literally burned for hours and hours and hours. Burned all the way up to that tree that everybody goes up and sees up there in the Burbank Hills. But that's how, they're still saying a strong possibility of how that Palisades fire started on January 7th. It was fireworks that were lit off on January 1st, on New Year's Eve, late on the 31st, early on the 1st. And that fire was put out by LA Fire Department, but it may have reignited and sparks may have flown and started that fire that wiped out the Palisades. I was thinking about this, Bellio. You're pretty good with logos, right? You call yourself a logo gal. You like logos.
I said that once.
Okay. Do you think they'll change the logo for the WNBA team, the LA Sparks, because of what happened? Because if you look at their logo, it's literally a palm tree that's on fire and sparks are flying off the logo or the palm tree in the logo. You think they'll change that? Think they'll call it something other than the LA Sparks? Because, man, we're all very sensitive to that. They're very sensitive. And if you look at their logo, go look it up right now if you can, if you're not driving. It's a palm tree that is throwing off sparks. And I'm like, wow, man, oh, man, I don't know if they can keep that logo around. That's exactly what happened here, 3 months ago, 4 months ago. Is it 4 months already? It'll be 5 months. Almost 5 months that happened. Man, oh, man.
It has been 5 months.
It has been 5 months?
It happened early January.
Yeah, so
beginning of January.
February, March, April, May.
Middle, end of May now.
Yeah, so June 7th will be 5 months. Won't it? Yeah, so it happened January 7th, so February 7th, March, April, May, June. Yeah, June 7th will be 5 months. 5 months that this thing happened. That's unbelievable. It's already been 5 months. Seems like it happened yesterday.
Yeah, it does.
Seems like it happened literally like 2 weeks ago, and everybody was all crazy with these fires, and they're already 5 months. Oh man, time does fly. Time does fly. All right, this portion of the show is being brought to you by Advanced Hair, one-day treatment, life-changing results. Make your appointment today at advancedhair.com, and don't forget Gary and Shannon are doing their news and brews, and Gary paid me $100 to keep promoting it, so I'm going to do that. It's Gary and Shannon's first news and brews of the 2025 season. It'll be out in Lancaster at the big Bravery Brewery out there on Friday from 9 a.m. until noon. And it's for Memorial Day. These brave men and women went to fight for this country. And the least you could do is show up at Bravery Brewery and pay your respects to the guys and gals who risked their lives and gave their lives for this great country of ours. So News and Brews, they're going to have amazing pizza, it says here, and Crozier confirmed that.
Yes, very good pizza.
Yeah, fun prizes, including exclusive new Gary and Shannon swag. What is that? Do they have new swag? Or is that
They have T-shirts and sweatshirts. And
Well, that's pretty original. T-shirts? No?
I don't know.
I think it is. We should have T-shirts. And we have T-shirts?
It's original for here, yeah.
I think they pay for their own.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, then we're out.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
There'll be no shirts tonight, kids. All right, we're live on KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Bay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slip covers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at washablesofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at washablesofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.